Alrighty. This is unrelated to the video, but does anybody actually use the Paco Rabanne like makeup line? Because I have a few things from that line. You can't tell with the glare, but I actually like it. I think it's nice. I think this lip balm is nice and moisturizing. I don't know. I forgot my tea. I'll leave it like that. We'll see how that is. So today, whatever. Okay. This video, I had made a TikTok about it and I posted it, but I was kind of unsatisfied with the way that I had to speed up and leave out so much stuff. I'm hearing so many noises tonight. So I decided I was going to make a YouTube video anyway, so I could insert media as well. But what I wanted to talk about are, and this is going to be one video. Well, I have a list. So I was going to write an article originally about things I want to see in fashion, not just as an industry, but as an art. And so the first thing on that list is what we're going to be talking about right now. I don't know, I probably won't make this a series of videos, so I guess I'll have to update on where to find the rest of these thoughts. But I really wanted to talk about runway shows. And I wanted to talk about the theatrics of runway shows in particular. And so I want to give you a point of reference as to what I think is a good runway show. And so this is a popular one. It's not like some niche archival show from 20 years ago. It's the Spring Summer 2024 Maison Margiela runway show for Haute Couture. And that's the one where the Pat McGrath makeup, where it was like porcelain with the film on the skin to really look doll-like and unnatural, and they were under a bridge in London with dark, moody lighting, and they had the, not film, but the video, which I'm going to insert. Okay, so I might insert a video or a clip later, but I'm also gonna link the whole show, or what I can find that I watched, in the description, because I want you to see what I'm talking about. The video or the clips, I keep wanting to refer to it as a film because that's almost what it feels like to me, before the actual show, where they're setting the mood in such a way that really, it gets you excited, which I think is what is lacking in some shows. And I feel like it might be like messy to show shows and be like, this one's not good, this one's boring. But I feel like take your pick of runway shows, a lot of them are boring. And so the thing that I really like about the Margiela one is not just the clothing and the makeup, it's the setting, it's the atmosphere, it's the clips that they are choosing to use, it's the drama of it all. And I do believe that all fashion and their corresponding shows tell a story. My hands are very close to the camera, but I do believe that all of them tell a story. Now, whether that story is very intriguing can be debatable for some shows, but I think that in a way, the show should get me more excited than the clothing. Because when you go to a runway show, it's not like you're in a store or you are not premiering, you are previewing the collection in person. You get to feel it, you get to really analyze the making of the garment. Making as in like the composition and how good it is, not necessarily the actual sewing of it. But so when you're at a show, it's really for the experience that you are that the designer wants you to associate with the collection. And I think that there are a lot of designers that don't take, of course they all take the show seriously, but I feel that the part of where you are making your viewers have a certain connotation with the collection of the clothing from how it's presented at the show. I feel like that needs to be more of a focal point. So there is a fine line between distracting from the clothes and being not enough stimulus, I feel like. And so the one point that I made is that, circling back to how I feel like the show should almost make me more excited than the actual collection of clothing itself. And I don't mean that I'm not excited about the clothes or that I don't want to see them up close, I don't want to wear them. I just think this is, I don't think phenomenon is the right word, but if you are familiar with K-pop, which I feel like that's a crazy segue, but that's what I thought of when I was thinking of reasons why how I think shows should be more theatrical. And so when you listen to a song in like K-pop and you're on the cusp, which this can apply to any other genre really, but you're on the cusp of really enjoying a song, but there's something missing. So you look it up on YouTube, you watch the music video, you see the choreography that goes along with the song, and suddenly you can't stop listening to the song because it all makes sense now. That's what I feel like shows can lack sometimes. It's almost like the show should give, well, not almost, the show should give more meaning and context to the collection. And models, I made this note in which when I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes. I understand that models are not actresses or actors. That's not what they're paid to do necessarily. But I do think that, or at least I wish that the focus of a show was more so on conveying the theme or feeling of the overall collection, and even on a finer level, the outfit itself or a certain garment in the outfit that really showcases it, how the designer maybe felt when they designed it, how the model feels wearing it, how they want people to feel when they look at that. What do they want people to think of when they look at a specific skirt? And so I'll insert a clip. I won't insert a video, but I'll insert a clip of, I believe it was Alexander McQueen in, oh my gosh, I need to look it up. Hold on. We're gonna cut and I'm gonna look it up because I want to double check my source real quick. Okay, I was right. It's Alexander McQueen, Spring Summer 1999. And if you're into fashion, you know this dress. It is, I referred to it as a spray paint dress, but it's the white dress, and they have the model on like a, I don't think turntable is the right word, but the platform, the stage, part of it is turning. And so as she's spinning around, these machines are spraying green and black paint onto the dress. And not only in that video is she's not standing stuck still while she's getting spray painted on. She is acting through her body and really making a moment of it. Because if she didn't do that, it'd be really boring. It'd be maybe, wow, oh my gosh, they're spray painting the dress. But after that initial shock, it'd be like, all right, get on with it. Because it's boring when you're just standing, posing maybe, or just standing still. It's not the same as when you're acting through it. There's character, there's drama. And so another point of reference that I feel like could be good in runway shows are silent films, because there's no lines, there's no dialogue that is spoken, and there is no, audio besides music, really. And there is just the acting through the body and the facial expressions. And I feel like that is something that needs to be tapped into more so in runway shows. So yeah, models are not actors or actresses, except for some of them who decide to go on and be in films or whatever, but that's not what I mean. In general, that is not what the job description is. But I feel like there needs to be more acting, more theatrics. No, I'm forgetting the noun version of theatrical. That's the word, theatricality. And you'd think that I didn't study writing in college, but theatricality of it all needs to be more present. And that is all I had to say on that. I didn't do an intro. I usually never do intros, but if you stuck around this long, my name is Haley. I talk about random things on here. I write. I like fashion. I am a soon-to-be college graduate, whatever. And so, yeah, if you liked it, comment, like, subscribe, whatever, all the usual stuff. Do it, I guess. And let me know your thoughts. I think that it'd be really cool to hear some thoughts on this, or like, what are your favorite runway shows? And until next time, because we're starting to ramble now, bye.